The police are the protectors of society and upholders of the law, yet every so often they come up against criminals who make them look like amateurs. Today, we'll be looking at 5 legendary takedowns where the Mafia went head-to-head with the cops. Who do you think came out on top? Number 5, the undercover informer. Frank Thierry was born in Brooklyn, New York in 1926 to Italian immigrant parents. By all accounts, he grew up to be an average kid, graduating from high school before he decided to serve his country and world. War II. He fought for the United States, and once he was done serving his duty, he returned home to get a job working for the federal government. It was only a matter of time before Frank got involved in some shady stuff, though, and he soon became a member of the Lucchese crime family. For years, Frank kept his nose clean and only engaged in petty crimes that didn't put him on the radar of the authorities. But in 1967, things changed dramatically when he robbed a supermarket along with 2 other mobsters. The trio was caught red-handed, and Frank was sentenced to 15 years in prison. While locked up, he made a decision that would change his life forever. Frank began informing on his fellow inmates, and by the time he was released in 1974, he had become a valuable asset to the FBI. His cooperation led to over 100 convictions, and even testified against the Genovese crime family in 1985. This was a massive blow to the organization, and there were hits taken out on Frank's life. However, he continued to work with the FBI until 1991, when his former associates finally caught up to him. He was shot outside his home and killed, leaving behind a legacy as one of the most successful undercover informants in history. Number 4, Donnie Brasco. Donnie Brasco is another name for undercover FBI agent Joseph D. Pestone. He's best known for infiltrating the Bonanno crime family and staying in the good graces of the mobsters for 13 years. Donnie first became interested in the Mafia after reading about it in books, and he eventually reached out to a mafioso to ask if he could join the group. After being rejected several times, he was eventually accepted as a junior member. From here, he worked his way up through the ranks and even became a capo regime, which is roughly equivalent to captain in the U.S. Army. During his time as a member of the Mafia, Donnie witnessed countless illegal activities, including murders, drug deals, and racketeering. However, he never wavered in his commitment to his undercover role, and he remained loyal to his mobster bosses until he was eventually arrested. Donnie's arrest sent shockwaves through the Mafia, and many members of the organization were furious with him for betraying their trust. However, his actions also led to the conviction of several high-ranking mobsters, and he is considered to be one of the most successful undercover agents in history. 3. The capture of Matty Madonna. Matteo Madonna was a member of the Bonanno crime family, who held the position of consigliere under boss Philip Rusty Rustelli. He was a very close friend of Joseph Massino, who became the first ever underboss to turn into an informant and bring down the entire Bonanno crime family. During his time as a mobster, Madonna was involved in various illegal activities, including extortion, loan sharking, and murder. However, he was always careful to stay in the shadows and avoid drawing attention to himself. Despite his efforts to keep a low profile, Madonna was eventually arrested in 1988 on racketeering charges and sentenced to 10 years in prison. While incarcerated, he had a change of heart and decided to cooperate with the feds in order to reduce his sentence. Madonna provided valuable information about the Bonanno crime family, including details about their illegal activities and inner workings. His cooperation led to the arrests and convictions of several high-ranking mobsters, including underboss Joseph Massino. After serving his reduced sentence, Madonna lived the rest of his life in witness protection. Number 2. The death of Whitey Bulger. James Joseph Bulger Jr., a.k.a. Whitey Bulger, was a notorious gangster and former FBI informant who lived a life of crime in Boston. He was a member of the Italian-American Mafia and was involved in a wide range of criminal activities, including extortion, money laundering, and drug trafficking. Over the years, he managed to evade the authorities and live a life of luxury and power. However, his luck eventually ran out when he was arrested in 2011 and sentenced to life in prison. During his trial, it was revealed that he had been an informant for the FBI for many years and had provided them with information that helped them take down other criminals. However, this information was kept secret from the public for decades. After his arrest, he was transferred to a West Virginia federal prison, where he was reportedly hated by the other inmates, and was even stabbed multiple times. On October 2018, Whitey Bulger was found dead in his cell at the age of 89. His death was ruled as a result, complications from his diabetes, and he was buried in an unmarked grave. Number 1. The murder of Gotti. John Gotti was a prominent member of the Gambino crime family and held the position of boss from 1985 to 1990. He was a powerful and ruthless mobster who was involved in a wide range of criminal activities, including drug trafficking, gambling, and racketeering. Throughout his career, he managed to evade the authorities and live a life of luxury and power. However, his reign of power came to an end when he was arrested in 1990 on racketeering charges. Despite the evidence against him, many people still believe that Gotti was innocent and was set up by the government. During his trial, he was known for his flamboyant style and was nicknamed the Dapper Don. After being convicted, he was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. He spent the last years of his life in a maximum security prison in North Carolina. And in 2002, he died of cancer at the age of 61. Which of these takedowns did you enjoy the most? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this one.